Good morning, students. Today we will discuss about the lesson number 2 in your political life, social and political life. Lesson number 2, diversity and discrimination. Okay. In this chapter, you will be aware about different kinds of aspect that exist in our society. As the introductory lines says, in the previous chapter you have discussed the meaning of diversity. Okay, sometimes people who are different from others are teased, laughed at, or not included in a certain activity or group. It means sometimes if you are different from one another, he doesn't like you, he can tease you. टीज का मतलब होता है चिढ़ाना. He can laugh at you. Okay, this is not a diversity, this is a discrimination, because this kind of behavior is not good for a developed, for a cultured society. Okay, we feel hurt, angry, helpless, or sad when friends or others treat us in such a way. Okay, this is not a good kind of behavior. Have you ever wondered why this happens? What is the reason behind it? In this chapter, we will try and explore how such experiences are related to the society we live in. We will look at how they are connected to the inequality that exists around us. This kind of inequality, this kind of discrimination that exists in our society, uh, we will we will discuss about this issue. Okay, difference and prejudice. There are many things that make us what we are, how we live, the language we speak, what we eat, where and games we play, and the things we celebrate. There are many things around us in our area, in our culture, in our climatic situation that defines our lifestyle. Okay, all of these are influenced both by geography and history of the people where we live. Okay, the history defines the actual situation of us, because everything depends upon the history. Okay, because history is the sequential development of any society. Okay, and the second most important factor is geography. Geography, it means the climate, wherever you live, what kind of the weather, what kind of the land, what kind of the situation of rain, everything is defines your lifestyle. Okay, if the area wherever you live gets so much rain, so there will be good kind of crops that depends on the good rain. Okay, if you live at such kind of place, there will be very few rain in whole year, so the crop that uh, produced there is such kind of that no need so much water. Okay, so this is the geographical aspect of any place. You will get an idea of how diverse India is if you look even briefly at the following statement. There are eight major regions in the world. Every single one of them is practiced in India. It means the total climatical situation exists in India. Okay, we have more than 1,600 languages that are people's mother language, and there are more than 100 dance forms in India. What a diverse situation of India. Yet this diversity is not always celebrated. This is because we feel safe and secure with people who look, talk, dress, and think like us. This diversity refines us because we, the people of India, enjoy the diversity of our country. Sometimes, when we meet people who are very different from us, we may find them strange and unfamiliar. In India, some kind of people are different from us. Their eating way, their cultural way, but we have no differences with them because we respect the diversity of our culture anyway. At times, we may not understand or know the reason why they are different from us. We never explore, we never search the reason of the diversity of such kind of people. People also form certain attitudes and opinion about others who are not like them. Sometimes we develop a different kind of opinion about others also. Okay, prejudice. You can understand the meaning of prejudice. Look at the statements below that you believe to be true about rural and urban life in India. Tick mark those that you agree with. Do you have a prejudice against rural urban people? Find out if this is shared by others and discuss the reasons why people have these prejudices. Can you list some of the prejudices that you have noticed around you? How do they affect the ways in which people treat each other? Prejudice uh, plays a important role in our life, in our life of in our social life on rural people. More than 50% of all Indians live in villages. This is correct. People in village do not like to use modern technology. This is not correct. This is not totally correct. Okay. In peak harvesting and plantation season, families spend 12 to 14 hours working in the field. This is correct. Villagers are forced to migrate to cities in search of work. This is correct. On urban people, life in the city is easy. This is not totally correct. People here are spoiled and lazy. People here are spoiled and lazy. This is not also totally correct. In cities, people spend very little time with each other. This is correct. People in cities only care about money, not about people. This is also not totally correct. Living in a city is expensive. This is correct. A large part of people's earning is spent on rent and transport and other kind of expenses also. This is also correct. Some of these statements see villagers as ignorant and see people in cities as money minded and lazy. Okay, money minded. This is correct about the lifestyle of urban people. When our opinion about certain people are always negative, seeing them as lazy. Lazy is not correct fact about urban people because only they can live in cities only only on the hard level. Stingy is not also correct as some of these statements. Then this become prejudice that we carry about. Prejudice it means some pre-made opinion about anybody. हम ऐसा मान लेते हैं कि हाँ ये लोग ऐसा ही व्यवहार करेंगे ऐसा ही ये होते होंगे this kind of opinion is called prejudice. Prejudice means to judge other people negatively or see them as inferior. यहाँ पर ये बताया गया है कि prejudice का मतलब ही होता है कि दूसरों के बारे में गलत चीजें अपने मन में बैठाना और ये मान लेना ये लोग बहुत ही निम्न प्रकार के हैं बहुत ही घटिया हैं इस तरह के विचार अगर हम अपने मन में लाते हैं तो हम प्रेजुडिस कहते हैं when we think that only one particular way is the best and right way to do things we often end up not respecting others. This kind of thinking is not good to think about others. In this way, we also minimize our personality development. Okay, who may prefer to do things differently. For example, if we think English is the best language and other languages are not important, we are judging these other languages negatively. The same way, if we judge the English language is very good, very respective language, very respected language, this kind of thinking is not good in particularly in India because uh, India is a vast country and there is so many languages and every language have their effect. As a result, we might not respect people who speak language that other than English. So this kind of prejudice is not good because if anybody speak the language other than English, you call them inferior to you, inferior to you. Okay, this is not good. Can be prejudiced about many things. People's religious belief, the color of their skin, the region they come from, the accent they speak in, the clothes they wear, etc. The prejudice attitude you can see in many things. If the person that you behave, he has different religion, their skin color is different from you. The reason that he belongs, in your opinion, is not good, is not famous, is not in a good idea. The accent they speak in, the speaking style of a person also also is a reason of prejudice. You can feel the man who belongs from South India. The speaking style of English is different from North Indian people. And if a person belongs to Rajasthan, Gujarat, or Kerala, the speaking style of Hindi is also different from the people who live in UP and Bihar. This is the accent. It's called accent, the speaking way. Okay. The clothes they wear. Okay. The climate and weather of anywhere is defines the way of clothing also. Often, our prejudices about others are so strong that we do not want to form friendship. Sometimes our prejudice is so strong that uh, we cannot make friend to others. This is an extreme situation of prejudice. At times, we may even act in ways that hurt them. This is the extreme point of prejudice. When we behave like a way that hurt people, okay, this is totally called discrimination actually. Creating stereotypes. Creating stereotypes. It means pre-made, pre-made thought. All of us are familiar with gender differences. What does it mean to be a boy or a girl? Many of you would say we are born as boys and girls. It is a given. What is there to think about? Let us see if this is the case. Arrange the statements given below in these two sections. Arrange the statements given below in these two sections according to what you think is appropriate for section. They are well behaved. They are soft spoken and gentle. They are physically strong. They are naughty. They are good at dance and painting. Okay? They are well behaved. It means this is about boy. They are soft spoken and gentle. No, it is for girls. They are physically strong. This is about boy. Sorry. They are naughty. This line is for can be for boy. They are good at dance and painting. This line is for girls. They don't cry for boy. They are rowdy for boy. They are good at sport. For boy, they are good at cooking. For girl, they are emotional. For girl, this kind of thought is pre-made. Okay, these are the 8 sentences, 10 sentences, and you can fill for girls, for boys. Okay. Now check with your parent cell who has put which statement where. Find out and discuss people's reason for doing this or the quality you put in. for boys, something that boys are born with. Is this quality is from the is from their birth, or these are made by the society? Okay? If you take the statement, they don't cry, you will see that this is equality that is generally associated with boys and men. Always people say the boys should not cry. The boys should not cry because cry shows the emotional weakness of anybody. So people want to be strong to boy actually because the boy have to face the difficulties in life. So they suggest the boys you should not cry. You will see that this is a quality that is generally associated with boys and men. Okay, as babies or children, when boys fall and hurt themselves, their parents and other family members often console them by saying, "Don't cry, you are a boy." Okay, they remind them that you are a boy. You should be strong. Boys are brave, they don't cry. As children grows up, they start believing that boys do not cry, so that even if a boy feels like crying, stops himself from doing so. If a boy is if a boy has emotional weakness, if he try to cry, the parents suggest him that you are a boy. Very discriminative opinion that you are a boy. You should not cry. He also believes that crying is a sign of weakness. Okay? I earlier said. So even though both boys and girls' sentiments want to cry, especially if they are angry or in pain, angry or pain, the situation that everybody wants to cry. As they grow older, boys learn or teach themselves not to cry, but their family members teach them that you should not cry. Okay. Before this line, here is some pictures we should see. People say all sort of things. You look so so different. People say. Here is the opinion of the people that they saw at these peoples. If somebody need to wheelchair or somebody need to this kind of instrument, the people say like this. Is her mind okay? Okay. Is a special needy boy. The children you see in the illustration here are seen as disabled. Disabled. This term has been changed and now the term used is children with special needs, okay? Special needs. Common stereotype about them are given in large letters. Their own feelings and thoughts are given. Discuss what these children are saying about the stereotype regarding them and why. Stereotype statements. Actually, do do you think children with special needs should be a part of regular schools or study in a separate school? No. The children that with special needs are a part of regular schools, not. of separate school. Okay, the reason for your answer actually only in a regular school they can develop their own ability, their adjustment in society. Okay, they no need to separate school. Okay, after that, if a grown boy cries, then he feels that others will either tease him or laugh at him, and so he stops himself from doing so in front of others. This kind of teaching teaches the boys that crying activity is not good for a boy. This is the way boys are, and this is how girls are. This is a bringing. This is a example of a bringing of a boy. These are statements we hear constantly, continuously. Constantly it means continuously and accept without even. And we start believing that each one of us must behave accordingly. If we listen this kind of suggestion always, we try to behave like that. We fit all boys and all girls into an image that society creates around us. This is the way of upbringing of boys and girls. Okay. So you can take other statements such as they are soft and gentle, or they are well behaved, and discuss how these are applied to girls. Do girls possesses these qualities at birth, or do they learn such behavior from others? What do you think about girls who are not soft and gentle and those who are naughty? When we fix people into one image, we create a stereotype. Stereotype is a pre-made situation. When people say that those who belongs to a particular country, region, sex, race, or economic background or is lazy, criminal, or dumb, they are using stereotypes. Okay? When we say anybody that they belongs to a particular country, region, etc., we can create some kind of image also that they are stingy. Stingy means uh, very not a way of expenses, not extravagantly actually. Very very few money he expends. Okay, lazy, not hardworking, criminal. Criminal it means uh, who that hurt anybody. Dumb, very uh, few words he speaks. Dumb. They are using stereotype. They are stingy and generous people everywhere. There are stingy and generous people everywhere. Stingy it means very few money he expends. Person is stingy. Generous it means yeah, he spends money very open-hearted people everywhere. In every country, in every region, in every group, whether rich or poor, male or female. And just because some people are like that it is not fair to think that everyone will be the same. In every kind of society, some people are very generous, some people are very stingy, but this is not generalized for everyone. Okay. The stereotype, the stereotypes stop us from looking at each person as a unique individual with his or her own special qualities. Stereotype thinking is not good. If we want to know about the actual quality of anyone, we should avoid to be stereotype. Skills that are different from others. They fit large numbers of people into only one pattern or type. This is not good to be stereotype. Stereotype affects all of us as they prevent us from doing certain things that we might otherwise be good at. Sometimes when we are a stereotype, we cannot behave properly. So that is all for today, students. From here, I will discuss in next video. Till then, I will send you some written material on group. Thank you.